Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunny Savita, and in this video we'll see that how you can do end-to-end project setup for your local system by using VS Code, Anaconda, Docker and Git. So guys, I was creating lots of video with respect to the end-to-end project, and this was the very common question. So, sir, can you teach the end-to-end project setup with respect to all the tool and the extension which you are using for project building? So, yes, today I came up with that video. So here actually we'll try to see the end-to-end project setup. We are not going to implement any project. We will just see the project setup, and I will show you some useful extension as well for your generative AI, data science, and AI related development. So here what I will do, I will create one boilerplate or you can say template. So later on you can use that boilerplate or template for any kind of project or for any kind of POCs or development. So let's start. So first of all guys, here you can see here's my YouTube channel. So on my YouTube channel, I'm uploading a video with respect to the generative AI. So soon you will get the video with respect to the Python, NLP, machine learning, deep learning, computer vision regarding each and everything. So here you will find out. So I was talking about the RAG pipeline. I started with the RAG pipeline, how to understand the RAG pipeline, what is the RAG architecture, how you can create the RAG pipeline from scratch, and then you will find out couple of projects as well. And before that I started with the Jimny, then Llama, and then history of the generative AI roadmap and all everything. So if you are willing to learn generative AI, then definitely you can check over here. Apart from that, you will find out one end-to-end project as well by using the Llama index and Google Gemini. So you can check out this one as well. Now let's begin. Let's start. So first of all, what we need to do, first of all, let me write each and every requirement, basically whatever thing is required, whatever software is required for this end-to-end setup. So the first thing, you can have Windows system, Mac system, or Linux system, not an issue with that. So any sort of a system, anywhere you can perform this end-to-end project setup. So we are talking about the Windows, so Linux basically. So you can have any sort of a variant of that. Let's say Ubuntu and CentOS. You can have Red Hat also. There are so many variant of the Linux. So if you are using any sort of a variant, you can do the setup over there. I will highlight those points over here. Now the next one is what Mac. So Mac 12, 13 and 14, any sort of a variant of the Mac you can use for doing this setup, or M1 M2 chip, any one, okay, any one processor. Now Windows wise, so most of the people are using Windows, and even here I'm using the Windows. So for the Windows, what will be the bare minimum requirement? So at least you should have 10 to so at least you should have Windows 10 or 11. Along with that, you should have at least 4 to 8 GB of RAM. Okay, at least i3 processor, i3 to i5. I would suggest you i5, not i3, because it's going to be very slow. So i5 processor, and apart from that, you can have 500 GB of hard disk. Okay, so this much is the bare minimum requirement for the Windows system. If you don't have GPU and all, don't worry about it, because we are not going to use the local GPU until we don't have that RTX 3090 or 4020 or any titanium version, Vostro version. We are not going to use that. So let's begin, let's start. So what I will do, first of all, let me write it down that what all software is required here. So the very first software which is required, that is nothing, that is VS Code. The second software which is required over here, that is Docker. The third one is what? The third one is the Git, and the fourth one is Anaconda. So if you don't have Anaconda, in that case, means if your system is not supporting the heavy version, okay, the heaviest Anaconda, in that case you can use this miniconda as well. So yes, miniconda you can use in place of this Anaconda if your system does not support heavy software. Apart from that, this Docker and VS Code easily you can install inside the Windows, but the bare minimum requirements Windows 10 and 11. Now why Docker is required? Because Docker plays a very important role for any kind of development. So whatever development you are doing, so in any type of development, Docker plays a very important role. And in our project also, going forward, we are going to use the Docker for setting up the vector DB or for setting up the other thing, or even for the deployment as well. So we can run any application by using the Docker. We can create the images, we can run inside the container, a local project as well. We can deploy it. So many uses we have regarding the Docker. That's why I've included Docker. Now, one more thing you will find out over here, the fifth one, VS Code extension. So here at the end, I will show you the VS Code extension, or maybe I will create one separate video if it's not going to be too long. So let's begin. First of all, what we need to do here, let me write this extension, and then you need to open your drive, any drive you can open. So here I'm going to open this C drive, because in my system I just have this C drive. So here I will open my C drive, and inside this drive I will create one folder. So I will just do the right click, and here I will create one folder. My folder name is going to be local setup for local setup for AI. Okay, AI development. So this is my folder name. Now I will use this particular folder for my project template creation, because every project we create inside the folder itself, now whatever files and the other directory, we always create in one parent folder. So this is going to be my parent folder. Now first of all, let me show you all the link from where you will be able to download this VS Code, Docker, Git, Anaconda, and other VS Code extension. So VS Code extension I will show you later on, but let me show you the other one, other software. So here is the Visual Studio Code. So directly need to search Visual Studio installation. So you will get this link and you can install it. Then here's the Git. So directly search about Git install. So here you will get this Git SCM download. So Git SCM means what? Source code management. Then you can simply search about this Docker installation, and Docker installation for Windows, Mac, or Linux. So you will get this particular page where they have specified each and everything, that what all thing is required for this Docker, for installation of this Docker. So the very first thing, guys, what you need to do here, first of all, you need to check the requirement, prerequisite. So if you are satisfying this prerequisite, in that case, you need to download this Docker desktop. And along with this Docker desktop, either WSL or Hyper-V backend. So here, WSL is my choice. You can utilize this you can download this WSL. And here is the link for downloading. So for installing this WSL inside your Windows system, you can read this particular documentation and just use this particular command WSL install, and then you can set up this WSL inside your system, Windows subsystem Linux, because this Docker has been built on top of the Linux itself, so it required the Linux environment. So by reading this one, you can download the Docker as well. It's pretty easy. Now apart from that, you can see installation of the Anaconda. So here is a link for installing the Anaconda. You can simply click over here, install Windows, Mac, Linux, and you can do that. Apart from this one, you will find out the miniconda. So here you need to search about the miniconda, and you will get the link for downloading the miniconda as well. So installing miniconda wherever you want to install, Windows or Mac and Linux, anywhere you can install this miniconda. I will give you this entire link inside the description, so that you can check it and you can download it. Now what we'll do here, so here guys, will open my folder. So after opening my folder, here you can see this is my folder. Now what I will do, see, just do the right click on top of this particular folder, and after doing the right click, here you will find out many shortcuts. So I'm going to use this VS Code, because each and every development, each and every project directory or the files and all, everything I will create over here itself inside my VS Code. So just do the right click and open this folder inside the VS Code. Automatically, once you will install that, you will get this VS Code icon over here, okay, in your shortcut. Now just do the right click, and here you can see I'm able to this particular folder inside my VS Code. Okay, so this is my folder. Now here I will be required my complete project structure. So first of all, tell me, I hope till here everything is fine, everything is perfect. If it is fine, then you can mention in the comment section also, yes sir, yes, it's going well, and I'm feeling happy also, uh, like after watching this end-to-end setup for the AI development. Now I required the project structure. So for creating the project structure, each and everything is going to be automated over here. I'm not going to write any manual command, single manual command here. Okay. Now, whatever environment creation and all, everything is going to be uh, automated. Now the very first thing which is required over here, we required one file. So here the file name is what? Project structure. So structtiru project structure.py. Now inside this project structure.py, I will mention my all the listed file and folder. And this project structure.py file is going to be a reusable file. Reusable file means what? You can reuse it again and again. Okay, I will show you how. I will write the code in such a way that for any sort of a project structure, you can reuse it. Now, what we can do here? So here, let me give you the files and folder so that we can save our rest of the time. So here is my file and folder I already kept inside my notepad. Let me copy from there. So here my list of file, guys. I'm just going to copy and paste this list of files. So this is my list of file. Okay. Now what I will do here. So first of all, I am going to write import OS. Here I am going to write this import OS. I'm importing the operating system, and then I'm importing one more package. Here I'm importing this pathlib. So from pathlib, I'm going to import path. So this two package is required over here. Now apart from this, you will find out list of files. So what I will do, I will be writing one code as well, and then what I will do, I will try to explain you this each and everything. So here my code is going to be very simple. For file path means I will collect the file path from where? From this list of files. So I'm iterating a for loop on top of it, and I know that you have a basic understanding of the Python at least. So here I'm writing list of files. So I have my list of file. Now simply I'm iterating on top of it, and after iterating on top of it, what I'm going to do, let me show you. So list of file, and now here is what? Here is my indentation. I think it is correct for loop. Okay. Now what I will do after doing this one, I will be writing the code, the further code. So here the further code is going to be path. Okay. So here I am like using this path, and here I am passing my file path. Okay. Now after passing my file path, what I will do here, I will be again keeping it inside the file path. Each and everything I will explain you. Just wait. First of all, let me write it down. Now after getting the file path, I am going to split it. Means I am going to divide into the folder and files. So simply I am writing here over.path.split, and here simply I am passing this file path. And guys, don't leave this video, because this is going to be very amazing or very interesting and very important as well. So please make sure that you are watching till end. Now here I will get two things. So the first thing I will get a file directory, and the second thing which I will get over here, that is file name. Okay. Now after this one, what I will do, I'm saying that if file directory is not empty, right? So here simply I'm writing a condition. If file directory is not empty, in that case, what I'm going to do, so here I am going to create my file. Okay, what I'm going to do here, tell me. So here I am going to create my file. Now list of files, I think something is wrong here. Maybe I okay, this one is fine. Because of that only it is showing me this red. Okay, I will look into it, don't worry. I will check it over here. So first of all, what is required? Yes, this project name is required, and because of that it is showing red. I will come to that as well. Wait, so here this is empty one. Now what I will do here, so here I'm going to write my method os dot make directory and file directory. That's it. And now here I'm going to make one parameter. So my parameter now is going to be exist is equal to true, right? I hope it is perfect. Now the next thing is going to be, so here what I'm doing, yes, simply I'm writing if not, okay, if not exist. What does not exist? Tell me. If os dot path, okay, if os dot path exists, if it does not exist, in that case only I am going to create my file. So what I'm passing over here, tell me. So here I'm simply passing my file path. So file path, I'm going to pass my file path, and here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my file now. So for creating the file, what I'm going to do, simply I'm going to open it. So open, and here I can write my file path. And this file path I'm going to write in a, I'm going to open this file in a write mode. So anything I can write over here, and then as f. But as of now, I don't want to write any sort of a thing inside my file, so I'm keeping it empty. So I'm simply writing this path. So this is the simplest logic here. Now this project name is also required. So for that, for this project name, what I can do, guys, so here simply I can write this loop. So until we are not going to until basically we are not going getting this project name, so we are running this loop. Okay, we are iterating it, and this project, actually this project name, it is showing the source code. Okay, it is representing to the source code folder. I hope you are getting it what I'm trying to say now. So everything is perfect, everything is fine. Now let's try to execute it. But before that, let me give you the quick walkthrough of this list of files. So here, this is the code for getting the project name, means which is representing to my actual source code. And here you will find out this is the code for creation the file. Okay. Now couple of things which is required over here, which I need to explain you. So first thing, I'm going to talk about this path. So let me open my terminal and let me talk about this path. So here is my terminal. Now what I'm doing here, I am going to open my git bash. So over the git bash, I am going to open my Python shell. So here simply I'm writing Python, and here I'm writing any path. Okay, at first I'm importing this pathlib. So from pathlib import path. Okay, now here you will find out. So what I'm doing, I'm passing path, okay, to this one. Now here I'm passing path, and here this x and y, actually it is representing to the folder. And if we have any extension at the end of the at the end of the name, so it is called the file. Okay, extension basically it is representing to the file. So jet.txt, so this is nothing, this is my txt file, txt. Okay, xy is representing to the folder. Now if I'm running it, so here you can see it is saying windows path, means it is detecting that we are running over the Windows system, and here is the path. Okay, now what I'm doing here, so now let me execute one more thing. So here I'm passing this path. Now to this path, actually what I'm doing, so here what I'm writing x backslash y backslash z dot txt. Now if I'm running it, guys, so here you can see again we are getting a same thing. What we are getting this Windows path with this backward slash also. So this thing we are executing on top of the this on top of this terminal, on top of the git bash terminal. And here if you will look into the git bash terminal, so by default over the Linux terminal or over the git bash terminal, you will find out the forward slash. So automatically this backward slash is going to be converted into the forward slash. Okay, and if you will look into the cmd prompt, so cmd actually it is having the backward slash. So whatever kind of a slash you are giving, so automatically according to the requirement, it is going to convert your path. Okay, so I hope this thing is clear. Now coming to the next one over here. So here I have written many more files and folder. Now let me give you the quick walkthrough of it, and then one by one basically we'll try to understand the other thing. So first of all, guys, what I'm doing here, I'm giving you the quick walkthrough of this files and a folder. Now just see here. So this is nothing. See this GitHub, actually this folder. This is what, this is my folder. This is my folder, and here is what, this is nothing. This is my file. Okay, a specific file dot git keep. So what is the convention here? Why I'm keeping this file? So see, let's say if we are going to push this particular folder structure to the GitHub. So GitHub actually it don't take the empty folder. Okay, you cannot push the empty folder to the GitHub. In that case, you will have to write any sort of a file inside your folder. So this is the convention. If you don't have any file, means if you haven't decided which file you are going to keep over here inside this folder, you can keep this dot git keep. It's just a convention. Like we are writing pass now, if we are not defining any functionality of the method, so we are simply writing the pass. It is similar to that only. Now you can see this is what, this is my project name, and inside this one we are writing the init file. So what is the meaning of the init file? Init file means we are going to showing this particular folder as a package, as a local package. Okay, we are treating it as a local package, and later on we can deploy it also over the conda repository, over the pypy repository, anywhere. Now apart from this one, you will find out other like files and folders. So it's my project folder, it's a dynamic which I'm taking on the runtime. I will show you how. Then component is there, then data ingestion file, data ingestion, data pre-processing, model loading, and model evaluation. Now one thing over here, guys, see here actually this folder structure is a dynamic. So let's say if you are going to implement any reg system, there you require the data, so data ingestion you can create. There you require some sort of a pre-processing with respect to the data, you can write it over here. Then model loading will be required, LLM model will be required, you can write it down over here, and model evaluation. But let's say in any other project, let's say in fine tuning, this thing is not required. Okay, so you can up and downs the folder according to your requirement. It's just a dynamic structure. according to your requirement you can make a changes over here. But here at least 95% I am keeping it generic. So whatever folder structure you are using for your MLDL or for your generative AI development, so I'm keeping 95% generic general, so that everyone can follow it, but according to your requirement you can make a changes. Now other file also, so inside the pipeline you will see the inferencing, training, exception logger, which is a mandatory. For the template, for the HTML also we have created this folder. For the CSS we have created a folder. IPYNB file, cell script is there, txt is there, requirement.txt, docker file is there, app.py file is there. So many different file you will find out, but this folder structure dynamic according to your requirement. You can make a changes over here. So 3 is going to be capital over here, and this is going to be fresh. Now everything is perfect. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to execute this thing, and now you will find out the folder or project structure. So for that, what I'm doing, again I'm going to open my terminal. Now after opening the terminal, here I am writing the path. Okay, path for what? Path for this project structure. So simply I'm running this path, simply I'm running this file. So python project project structure.py. Now it is asking to me a folder name, means which project you are creating, which folder is representing your source code. So here let's see if I'm writing chatbot. So once I will write chatbot, here you can see my complete structure. It's a dynamic, you can make a changes according to your requirement. Now here, let's say you are not going to create for the chatbot. So simply what you can do, I told you it's a reusable pipeline, right? Okay. Now see, again you can run it, and let's say you are creating for some other project. So here itself you are creating for some other project. I can write QA system, QA system. So here simply you will write QA system, and now you can see the folder after running it. After running it, you can see the folder regarding the QA system, and then you can delete this chatbot, not an issue. Okay, so if you're not going to create the chatbot, you can delete it. If you're creating a chatbot, you can keep that also. If you're going to create a QA system, means a chatbot or QA system, both, you can keep both. If you're creating any one, you can keep any one. It's a reusable pipeline. So I hope till here everything is perfect, everything is clear. Now let's try to understand few more things over here, and now I will explain you the Git and Docker configuration. But before that, I have so many things. I have a couple of more things, so let's try to discuss about that. So here guys, you can see inside this repository, this is my local package, and if I want to install this local package inside my local virtual environment, so for that setup.py file will be required. So here simply I'm going to create one setup.py file, setup.py file. Now what I'm doing, I'm saying that this is a reusable pipeline. So again, you can execute it and you will be getting the setup.py file over here. So I'm running it, and here simply I'm writing the same name of the project. Okay, because I don't want to create a new one. So simply I'm writing a same name, and setup.py file is here. Okay, I hope you are getting it. Now guys, this setup.py file, it is required for what? For downloading and installing the local package inside the local virtual environment. Or if you want to republish it, we can definitely publish this local package as well. Now one thing I would like to show you over here. So once you will go and check with the Google, you will find out the setup.py file in many folders. Okay, so here I'm showing you some famous project. So PyTorch project. Now here you can see fork and star. So here you will find out this setup.py file, right? So here you can see this setup.py file, guys, and by using this setup.py file, they are publishing this particular project. Now we have other file as well for supporting this setup.py file, like project.ml. Okay, and here you find out this other file as well, make file and all. So here you can see the make file, but setup.py file is the main file here. Again, I can show you one more thing. So again, I can show you the scikit-learn. So scikit-learn is there, setup.py file is there, setup.config pyproject2ml. Okay, so but now if you will look into the langchain project, so there actually you won't find out this setup.py. Now you will ask me, see, let me show you one more project. So here is what? Here is the llama index, and here also you won't be able to find out the setup.py file. But one thing is common here, poetry.log. And guys, you will be surprising that by using the setup.py, we can install the local packages, and we can publish it also. And by using this poetry also, you can do that. Yes. So here is the blog, guys, which I which I found for you, all of you, and definitely I can share inside the description. So by seeing that, by reading it, you can understand how we can use this poetry and this pynb and this Python package and this cookie cutter and all, or nothing. It's just for creating the directory. Okay, so project structure only. Now by using it, uh, how we can create the local package and how we can publish it also. Got it? Fine. Now a setup.py file is done. So I hope you got to know about that. Now it's time to understand the requirement.txt. So here is what a requirement.txt. Let me mention one package, and here what I'm doing now, I'm going to write one command, pip install -r. So guys, here I told you one thing, each and everything we are going to automate. So why I'm writing this command? Definitely it is not required. Let me remove it. And now I'm going to use this shell script for creating my virtual environment, installing the dependency, or whatever thing I want to do here. So what I'm doing now here, let me show you one thing. Let me give you the code with respect to this setup.py file. Sorry, this sh file also, this shell script. Now this shell script actually, so this is nothing, this is commands which I can write directly here inside my sh file, inside the shell script file, whatever command I want to run here on top of the terminal. So I can accumulate all the command at the single place. That is nothing, that's the sh file. Okay, so simply I can execute this sh file and everything is going to be install, download and all, right? So let me show you the command. So here the first one is what, creating the environment. So here I'm creating an environment, here activating the environment, here installing the environment, sorry, installing the requirement. So here like installing the requirement, so requirement only, and then finally we are going to end. That's this is just representing to the message like a print method. Let's run it and let's check that whether we are able to do it or not. So simply I'm writing here bash and init underscore setup dot uh, sh. Okay, bash will be required for it. So simply if I'm going to hit enter, then you will then you will see the magic. Now you will see that everything is going to be executed. So it started at this particular time. Here you can see the date and time, and now environment is getting created, and here you can see requirement is getting installed, and then everything is happening. So I hope this is perfect to all of you, and really you are enjoying this session. And don't worry, I will give you this code, setup.py code, and I will give you two more code regarding this exception and logging. So again and again you can use the same. So meanwhile it is getting created. Let me give you this setup.py and this logger and the exception code. So here the first code which I am giving to all of you, that is exception code. So by using this particular code, okay, you can create your own exception and then you can utilize also. So here I kept it inside my notepad. I'm just going to copy and paste for saving the time. And here you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to create my custom exception. I'm going to trace the error message by using this exe info method. So this two thing is not required over here. That's why I written this underscore. Then I'm fetching the this line number. I'm fetching the file name, and here is what, here is my message which I am representing. And here I'm testing whether it is working fine or not. So let it install, and then I will test this particular code. Now apart from this one, I'm giving you the logger. So this code actually you can use as many as time in any project. Okay, similar one, you just need to import it, that's it. And in my next project now, in my next video, I'm not going to show you at all. So from here itself, from the project structure directly, I will be starting in whatever project, for a couple of more projects, the further video which I'm going to be complete. So here you can see it's what, it's logger file. So here I'm going to create the logger file. So this is my log file, and here is I'm like taking the path where I will be creating the log file, and I'm creating a directory, and there I'm saving my log. So I will show you this one also. I'm executing it. I'll let it complete first of all. Then apart from this one, you will find out the setup.py. So let me give you this setup.py code as well. So here what I'm going to do, I'm giving you this setup.py code. Just give me a second. I just kept it in my notepad, just copying and pasting, right? And my previous project also, I shown you the same kind of thing. So here what I can do, let me take this setup.py. Okay. So this is the code, guys. Okay, now here what I'm going to do, I can write my dummy project. So this is the code which I took from my previous project itself. So my QA system. So project name is what? QA system here. Now this dependency actually, so here I can remove this dependency, and instead of that I just have only one, that is nothing, that is a LangChain. Simply I can write LangChain over here and everything is perfect, guys. Now you will find out my environment is created, my dependency is installed, but here you will find out one thing I observed in the Windows system, that it is not activating the environment. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't activated the base environment and all, but I got this dependency inside my virtual environment. It didn't activate it, and I've seen this particular issue with the Windows system. Maybe you might also face. So don't do nothing. Don't do anything. Just try to launch the environment manually. That's it. Okay. So here what I can do, I can simply write dot activate, and here is env. Now see, this is my environment, and here if I'm writing Python, Python. So what you will get, guys? So here simply I'm writing import LangChain. Let's see whether it's working or not. So see, guys, LangChain is working inside the virtual environment. Is already it has installed the LangChain. So everything is going to be automated over here, and I'm not touching anything. Okay. So this I written because maybe it didn't activate it because of some sort of issue, but every process is the automated process. I hope, guys, you are getting this each and everything. Now it's time to talk about the Git. Okay, so let's try to talk about the Git after learning these many of things. So first of all, let me exit from here, and then here what I'm going to do within like 10 minutes, I will be explaining the Git, Docker, and the project template. Okay, so what I'm doing here, first of all, I'm going to initialize the Git. So here you can see I've initialized the Git. The one file I'm going to create over here, which is very much required before pushing the code to the GitHub or before committing it, that is git ignore, because whatever thing I want to ignore here, I'm just like mentioning over here, ignore. Now git ignore, I got this git ignore, and now here what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply write my environment name, because here we have lots of file which we don't want to track. Now env folder is here, and now what I will do here, I will simply commit each and everything. So git commit, sorry, first I will add it. So let me clear the screen, at here. Git add dot means what, everything, whatever is there I want to add it, okay, in the staging area, and then I'm going to commit it. So git commit -m, and here is what, here I'm writing project structure updated, okay, structru updated. Now this is my simple message. Now if I'm going to run it, if I'm going to hit enter, so here you can see everything is up to date. Okay, I have updated. Now if I will check with the git status, so simply I can write git status. So guys, don't worry, I will be creating a dedicated video on top of the git and docker, so you can understand this basic command of the git and docker. Okay, now what I'm doing here, so after doing this one, let's open the GitHub. So here I'm going to create one new GitHub repository, because it is a best practice. Okay, if you are going to upload your code over the GitHub, it's a best practice, guys. You should always follow it. Now here I'm going to create my new repository. So this is what, this is my project template. So let me write over here template. So here is what, project template. Now I'm not going to do any sort of a thing here, I'm just going to create the repository. Now here you will get the different command. So here I'm going to execute this first command. So I'm going to set my repository as a main one. Already it is there, but still I'm running it. Then I'm going to copy this particular command where I'm going to add the origin. And here simply I am going to add the origin. Okay, now you can check it also. So simply you can write git remote -v, and here you can check the origin. Now the next thing is what, so here I am going to push the code to the or main repository. Okay, so here is right click and then git push -u origin main. Now see, guys, it has pushed the entire code, but if you are pushing it first time, maybe it will be asking the username, mail id, or sign in. Please do it, guys, please do it. Don't tell, so I'm getting error, this that, read it and do it. Now if you will check with the if I will check with this particular repository, so here you will find out my entire project structure. Now here what we can do, we can add on the file from GitHub also. Yes, if you don't know, you can do it over here. So just click over here and then create new file. So here let's say I'm going to add one more file. The file name is going to be a readme. Okay, readme.md. Now here I'm going to add the readme file. Now the description is, so here is what, here is my project template which I can use which I can use, for any project as a boilerplate. Boilerplate means template, okay, reusable template, empty template, okay, boilerplate. Now I hope it is perfect, so let me cover the changes here, and here is my changes is done. So guys, yes, I have created the readme file, and this is what is my message, the readme file. Now here you will find out commit id is changed. Here basically my commit id will be different. So what I need to do here, so first of all let me show you the commit id get status. So here we no need to like changes anything here. And now how you can check the commit id and all, I will show you. First of all let me do one thing. Let me pull the changes. Okay, so here what I'm doing, I am pulling the changes. Git pull origin main, right? So git pull origin main. So once I will write it down this thing, so here you can see I'm able to pull all the changes. Okay, so if I'm pushing it anything now directly from here after creating any sort of a file, it's not going to do that. So first we'll have to pull the changes, right? So after pulling it guys, what we need to do here, we have to simply write this git add dot, right? And then what we need to do, we need to write this git commit. Again we have to commit it, and here you can write, so message readme updated, DATED. Now once I will execute it, readme updated. Now here you will find out, so nothing is there for committing, and now I can simply push. So git push origin git push hyphen u origin main. Now you can see I'm able to push my changes, and here it is saying everything is up to date. So yes, I'm able to pull the changes, and I'm able to push it also. Now let's see if I'm going to make any sort of a changes. Let's say this thing I want to represent as a comment. So now if I will check with the git status, so here basically you'll find out one changes has been done. Now let me add this to git add dot, and then git commit hyphen m, and here readme updated again. And here what I can do, now I can push it, git push origin main. Now you will find out, so my commit id will be changed, and yes, I'm able to push my changes to the GitHub. Means if you are going to directly make any sort of a changes inside your repository, in that case first you have to pull it, and then only you can make the changes inside your local, and then you can push it. First pull it, then make any changes, and then only pull it. Otherwise it will give you the issue because of this id, okay, this commit id. Here it will be different, and your local it will be a different one. I will be taking one dedicated session on top of this git, so that you will be getting each and everything. Now it's time to use this repository as a template. But before that, let me show you something. Okay, first let me show you this one, and then I will show you the other part, like docker and this logger and exception I will execute in front of you. So here just click on the setting, and here just tick mark over here template repository. That's it. Okay, that's it guys. Now this repository is nothing, this is my template repository. And here actually you can utilize this particular repository anywhere. Let's just see here this one. So here I just tick mark this one, template repository. Now after this one, now let me open the code and see. Right hand side you are seeing one more option. The option is use this as a template. See, use this template means use this repository as a template. Simply it is showing you this one, use this template, okay, directly. Now directly from here itself you can create the repository. See, directly from here itself you can create the repository, and see this repository I'm able to select as my template. Let me show you. So here I'm going to create one project. A project name is what? QA system. And here I'm writing the description, any sort of a description you can write. This is my QA system, and then simply I will, or let's say chatbot. QA system was already there, so here my repository name, let's say chatbot. So now what I'm doing, chatbot Jimny, okay, chatbot Jimny. Now here I'm going to create a repository. This is my repository project name. Now just click on this create, and here you will find out that we are able to get the same project structure, same project structure. Now let's say if you want to change the name, this name QA system, what you will do in that case, tell me. So means you want to write the code, you want to change the name, you want to make the changes according to your requirement. Just do one thing, just try to clone it, open your cmd. Okay, now here inside your cmd you need to write very simple command here. Write git clone git flow and just paste this URL. That's it. Okay, now hit enter. Once you will hit enter, so this entire repository is cloned. Simply you can go inside this repository, chat bot Jimny. It will be there inside your directory as well. So chat bot Jimny. Now here you can see, from here you can launch your VS Code. So this is what, guys, this is my reusable template. Let's change the name. Let's use the reusable file project structure. Simply I'm writing what I'm writing, I'm just writing QA system. Instead of QA system, I'm writing the chatbot. So once I will open the terminal, and here over the terminal, okay, what I will do, I will be executing this file. Which file, guys? Tell me which file I'm going to executing here. So simply I'm going to execute this project structure. Okay, now let's see what I will be getting. Here I'm getting the folder name, right? Write the folder name. My folder name is going to be chatbot with Jimny. Once I will hit the enter, so here you will get the folder. Now simply right click, delete it, and here is your project structure is ready within a second. Within a second, guys. So tell me how useful it is. Okay, now you want to make a changes over here inside this particular directories, you can do it. If you want to add on any new file, let's say if you want to add any new file, test.py, if you want to test something, just add on now. Who is stopping you? So here test.py. Now simply run it again. So with the same name, chat what with Jimny, and here you can see whatever, guys, whatever, just add it over here. The reusable code. Now everything is perfect. So let's try to understand about the Docker, and then after this one, I will show you the code of the logger and the exception. So here what I'm doing, guys, now for installing the Docker, I already shown you. If you have installed Docker, then simply you can check with the Docker hello world. Now where you will find out this Docker hello world. So here just search about this Docker hello world, and over the official repo, okay, over the over the official place, over the official website, actually you will find out this particular hello world image. Now simply after installing this Docker, first of all you need to open this Docker engine, right? Simply you need to search here inside your search box Docker desktop, and your Docker engine will be started after clicking on this one Docker desktop. Then after doing this one, see these many images I have inside my Docker. Now what you can do, open your VS Code. Here inside your VS Code, simply you can write, okay, simply you can write Docker. So once you will write Docker, you will get these description and all everything. Now just do one thing here, just write this Docker full hello hyphen world. Okay, once you will write it, so it is fetching the image from the Docker hub from here, right? So this is what, this is my image, this is the command. Now run this particular command, this command. If you are running this command and you are getting this message, means everything is fine. So it is hello from the Docker. Okay, so let's try to execute this command and let's see whether I'm getting the same message or not. So here is what, here is my message, so I am pasting it over here, and okay, okay. Docker run hello hyphen world. That's why, guys, I don't use this prompt cell. You can see here. Now see, it is giving me this hello from the Docker. This message is showing you installation appear to be working correctly. That's it. As of now, we are not going to write any sort of a Docker file and all. Later on in the project, I will show you. Now one more thing I would like to show you over here. First of all, let me clear this thing and let me open my git bash or cm. So that is a good one compared to this prompt. Okay, PowerShell. Now what I'm doing here, so here is what, here is my uh this one. Inside this chatbot with JB, you will find out this exception and the logger code. So yes, guys, so we have lost this code. So what we can do directly from here, from this previous one, from the previous template, you can get it. Let me go back to the previous template, because inside that template only my code is available now. So simply you can copy and paste it from here itself, because we have created a new project, so that's why we lost it. No worries, simply copy and paste. Okay, so here what you can do, you can open this particular folder, and here is what, here is your exception. Now copy the code of the exception and then paste it over. Once you will paste it, guys, so here I already explained you the code. It's nothing, very simple, very easy, just to track the exception. Exception means runtime error. So write over here Python give the file name. So here is what? Here is your file name. Just copy it, copy the URL, copy path, and paste it over here. Now what I will do, I will pass this backward slash because it is required, or directly I can pass to the path as well, but for that I will have to import it through the file. So this is the one. Now what I can do, I can execute it. So here you will find out that where I'm getting the exception, exception.py. Okay. I think by mistake I removed the code or what. So let me copy it one more time, or now this time. So here is what? Here is the exception. I paste inside logger maybe. Yes, by mistake I paste inside. So let me take the logger as well now. So both I can test it over whether your logger and this exception is working fine or not. So here is what? Here is your logger. Logger is here and exception. Now let me run it again. Exception. So you can see the message where I am getting the exception, script name, line number, and error. Okay, everything you will get it over here by using this particular exception module. And it's ready made. You can just copy and paste it inside any project. Now logger.py. So what I can do here, I can simply paste it again, this particular path, and then instead of this exception, I can write this logger. Now, once I will write the logger, so let me show you, will be generating one log file. So here you can see I'm logging this particular message by using this time, line number, and the name, label, and the message. Okay, so let's see everything we have inside this log folder or not. So yes, we have everything inside this log folder. In log folder, actually, you will find out one log file, and it is able to capture the entire log. I hope you are getting now. Exception is here, Docker is here, folder structure is here, template is here, Docker is here, Git, everything, guys. Now it's your time to build something. Extension I will show you in my next video because it's going to be quite long. We have already spent 46 minutes, and now in the next video I will show you the useful, very useful extension for machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, data science, data analytics development. So fine, thank you guys, thank you very much for joining this session. In the next video we'll try to discuss about the extension, and if you want to watch the playlist on top of the generative AI, so you will get it over here after ending this video. And guys, if you are liking this session, so please subscribe the channel as well, and hit the like button because this takes like very much efforts. So please support guys, and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.